Some horror stories don't begin with blood or violence. Sometimes, fear starts so quietly that you don't even notice it at first. For Riley, it began with a missing hair tie. Riley was the kind of person who kept things neat. Not obsessively, just controlled. Her apartment was small, but every item had a place. Her books were stacked by size, her clothes folded by color, and her hair ties, all 9 of them, rested in a small glass jar on her dresser. She liked knowing things were where they should be. It made her feel safe. So when one hair tie disappeared one morning, she just frowned at the jar a little longer than usual. She wasn't scared, just unsettled. She checked the bathroom, her backpack, her coat pockets, under the bed, even in the kitchen for some reason. Nothing. But she let it go. People lose things. But the next morning, another hair tie was gone. And the morning after that, another. Slow. Deliberate. One at a time. Like someone was keeping count. Riley tried to be logical. She told herself she must be dropping them, misplacing them, leaving them somewhere. But deep down, something felt wrong. Something she didn't want to say out loud. This didn't feel like losing something. This felt like someone was taking something. But Riley didn't panic. Because panic makes you feel crazy. So she stayed quiet. The next sign was her bedroom door. Riley always slept with her bedroom door closed. It wasn't about privacy. There was no one else living there. It was about feeling like she was separated from the world. Like there was a boundary between her and the dark. But one morning, she woke up and the door was open. Not a little cracked. Open wide. The hallway light glowing faintly into her room. She sat up slowly. Her chest tightened, but she forced herself to breathe. She tried to be reasonable. Maybe I didn't close it fully. Maybe it drifted open. Maybe I was half asleep and just forgot. But Riley knew she closed it. She did it every night. She even liked the sound of the latch clicking. Still, she tried to ignore it. Because the mind does something strange when it senses danger. It tries to rewrite the story to keep you calm, to protect you from the truth. But when her door started opening every night, she couldn't pretend anymore. You don't accidentally forget something every single day. Someone was opening her door. Someone who wanted to watch her sleep. Other things began changing too. Her favorite sweatshirt disappeared for 2 days, then reappeared, neatly folded, on top of the refrigerator. Her cereal box moved from the middle cabinet to the lowest shelf. Her shampoo bottle turned around to face the wall. Not big things. Not flashy. Just enough to make her doubt her own memory. The kind of things that make you wonder if something is wrong with you. And that's the worst part of this kind of horror. It doesn't start by scaring you. It starts by making you question yourself. Riley didn't tell anyone. Not her parents. Not her classmates. Not her friends. Because she already knew what they'd say. You're stressed. You're tired. You're imagining things. Nobody believes you when the signs are small. But small things are how real nightmares start. The night everything changed was quiet. It was late, maybe 1:40 a.m., and Riley was lying in bed on her side, scrolling through her phone. The soft glow of the screen lit her face. The rest of the room dim and still. The silence felt thick, like the air had weight. She was tired, but she didn't want to sleep. Lately, sleep felt vulnerable, exposed. Her eyes were heavy, her breathing slow. She let the phone slip from her hand. It slid off the bed and onto the floor. She cursed under her breath and leaned over the edge of the mattress, reaching down. Her fingers brushed the carpet first, then something else. Not her phone, not fabric. Something warm, something alive. Skin, human skin. She froze, completely still, her hand still touching it. She didn't breathe. She didn't jerk away. She didn't scream. Her body locked in place. There are moments the brain refuses to understand, because understanding means danger is real. For a long moment, Riley couldn't move at all. Then slowly, painfully slowly, she pulled her hand back. She didn't look under the bed. She didn't want to see the eyes looking back at her. Instead, she sat up, calm, controlled, her face blank, her breathing steady, her heart slamming so hard she could hear it. She needed to move, one step at a time. She slid off the bed, stood up, and walked to the door. Not fast, speed would give her away. Slow, normal, casual, like she was just going to get a glass of water. She unlocked the front door. She stepped outside into the hallway, barefoot, shaking, breath trembling. Only then did she run. She called the police from outside the building. Her voice barely worked. She had to repeat her address 3 times. When the officers arrived, she pointed up at her apartment but couldn't form a full sentence. They didn't need her to. 3 police officers entered. For a moment, everything was silent. Then, here, under the bed, there was yelling, a struggle, the sound of feet hitting the hardwood, handcuffs snapping. When they brought him out, Riley finally saw him. The man wasn't huge, not monstrous, just a regular guy, thin, tired-looking, pale. Someone who could pass you in a grocery store and you'd forget him a minute later. But his eyes were wide and unblinking. Not angry, not frightened, satisfied, like he had been waiting for this moment, like he knew her, like he had been living there for a long time. The investigation told the rest. The man had broken in weeks earlier through the bathroom window. He had been living in the apartment the entire time, sometimes under the bed, sometimes inside the walls. He moved only when she wasn't home. He ate her food. He watched her. He listened to her breathing. The missing hair ties? They found them in a shoebox under her mattress, along with photos. Photos of Riley, sleeping, her hair messy, her face soft, her body still. Taken from inches away, taken over many nights. The police estimated he had been there at least 27 days, 27 nights. 27 times she slept while he was inches away, watching, breathing, waiting. Riley didn't scream when she saw the photos. She didn't faint. She just went quiet. Something inside her shut down, like a door closing. She moved to a new apartment, a new city, a new routine. But she doesn't sleep easily anymore. She checks every room before bed. She locks her door. She checks under the bed every night. And sometimes, just before she falls asleep, she hears it in her memory. Tap, tap, tap. Someone gently drumming their fingers under the mattress. Waiting.